Dear friends, today I will talk about role of media in Indian politics. Look at Jammu and Kashmir. During 1989 through 1992, about 40,000 Hindus and Sikhs were killed. Just in Kashmir Valley. And until this day, about 1 million Hindus and Sikhs were driven out. Over 200 Hindu temples were destroyed in course of those 3 years. Rapes, abduction, brutal atrocities upon Hindus were very prevalent. It was clear-cut case of genocide. Not a single retaliation took place. Not a single Muslim was hurt. And Hindu killing is still going on in Kashmir. Why no judicial inquiry done as yet? Proper judicial inquiry should have given some relief to some people at least. Why Congress government in Delhi were silent about it? Why all the state governments also never bothered to question about the whole thing? These killings, were they abated by the Delhi government? Otherwise, how it could happen for such a long period of time, 3 years? Hindus and J&K driven out from their own land, from their own ancestral land, and where they were living for centuries, even before the coming of Islam. They were living there for thousands of years. This is a thing unparalleled in the history of the world. There is not a single country in the world where majority people were driven out from their own land and not to return, unable to return in 20 years' time. My question is that everyone in India asks about Gujarat riot and questions about the total inappropriateness of that Gujarat riot. What happened in Gujarat in 2002? A bunch of pilgrims coming by railway train, coming back from pilgrimage, were burnt to ashes in the burning inferno. Some 59 Hindu pilgrims were killed. There was a mass retaliation, and at that retaliation, about 1,200 people altogether killed. 34% were Hindus and 66% were Muslims. And Muslims died more than the Hindus. So it enraged all the people because that actually came to their consciousness that it should not happen. And that's why the talk show hosts, politicians, everyone is talking about it 10 years later, even now. Though that Gujarat riot stopped in few days' time only, several weeks and everything was done complete. And complete peace is prevailing in Gujarat after that. But in Kashmir, still the things, atrocities and other tortures are going on. And nobody talks about it. No media, no journalist, no self-styled intellectuals, no secularists. Nobody is talking about it. Whom they are afraid of? Now my question to the whole nation, to the consciousness of the world, is that how they can remain silent when this barbaric thing happens to the Hindus. Because if nothing is done, then we'll encourage others, miscreants, to repeat it again. That's why every problem must have a solution. And this problem must have been addressed. And people should ask why these Hindu killings were not probed, were not questioned, were not subjected to punishment, were not subjected to judgment. Thank you.